Good evening, my lettering friends. If you are here on the replay and one of your questions does not get answered, you can send me an email or send me a private message through Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. I'm CreativLEI on all those locations as well. Good evening. Hi, Book Junkie. Hi, Elisa, Marcy. Hello, everyone. So, for those of you that might be joining for the first time, my name is Lisa. I blog at CreativLEI.com, looking at life creatively. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, Christy. So here we are. It's technically day 29, but we are, of course, one full week behind our schedule. So we do have one more week left of Love Your Lettering, which is, I think it's okay with all of us. Hi, Linda. Hi, Crystal. And Kim is here, and Heather's here. Hi, guys. I am coming down with the cold that my 2-year-old had. So I'm not real happy about that. So, hi, Nana. Okay. You got your Tumbo pens. I know a lot of you girls got Tumbo pens today, and that is exciting. What do you think so far? Do you feel a difference? Because I know that there's some question as to whether you can get the hairlines with some of the other pens, and it is a little tricky. So I know that some of you have gotten, hi Sarah, thank you for sharing, Heather. I know that some of you have gotten the Tumbo Furunosuke pens today, and I saw some of your pages, and you guys are getting it. I think give yourself some grace, because it does take a little bit of time to really start to let go of that pressure on the upstroke and to add the pressure on the downstroke. So there's the learning curve there, but I'm seeing from what I've seen on Instagram and on Facebook, it makes your ugly writing look good. You don't have ugly writing then. It's not possible. It's just adding a little extra flair. So I'm so glad that you guys like them. That's awesome. So today we talked about modern calligraphy. And so if you were on here probably earlier in the week or the end of last week when we talked about copper plate calligraphy and we showed some samples like the Declaration of Independence and things like that, those older, the black and gray is good, older style writing that's very formal calligraphy, that beautiful script that's all loopy and beautiful. Well, modern calligraphy is kind of the modern take on that. And so where everything used to be like precise sizes on those bowls and where the ascenders and descenders went, modern calligraphy just kind of shakes that up a bit. And so now instead of skating on that baseline and only touching the cap line or the X line, now you can dance. You can make the words kind of flow on the paper. You're still working on making your daily print look decent. It all kind of ties together. The more you exercise these handwriting exercises, I think the more you start to get very intentional about your writing. I know that some of you have talked about that. Amy, Polka Dot Swishes, she's talked about that a lot lately. She was hesitant to start the challenge because she didn't think that it was really be her thing, but she's appreciated finding the intentionality of doing it. So yeah, dancing the letters, that was the best way that I could kind of describe it, because you know we've spent weeks learning about the rules, and I've told you that we're learning the rules so that we would learn how to break them, but break them with style, kind of not really haphazardly, but really with intention. And so that's kind of what you do with modern calligraphy. There is not a workbook available for this, Tanya. Thank you for joining. This is just a 31-day series that I'm writing on the blog, and so each day a new assignment goes up on the blog. We have one more week left. Your hand may be sore. Your grip is probably a little tight, and I think over time that will ease up a bit, and that should not be as bad. And that's why I've hopefully kept the assignments fairly short so that you're not really spending too much time on them, but just a short assignment each day, because the repetitive exercises should help. Just like you kind of need to exercise all the other muscles of your body. Yeah, those hearts are really pretty. Thank you, guys. Ebook or e-course. Yeah, I know. I've heard that might be what comes out of this, but we'll see how I work that. trying to figure that out, because this series I have committed will stay on the blog. It will stay free access. So, because that was how this was formed, and it's been really fun to kind of develop this challenge over the course of the month with the feedback that you guys provide. It's been a lot of fun for me. I've told you before, this is the first really big undertaking I've ever taken with my blog, to have this long of a series that really involved more than just my writing, but the involvement of you all. And so your feedback has been key in how we've done this month. And so it's been a really beautiful month for me. You accidentally found a beauty pen by Zig Fudabeer. Yes, I have those pens too. I have a few of them. I told you guys, for research purposes, I have many pens. And those are the Feud pens from Zig are really pretty. They're very similar to the Tombow pens, just it's that metallic ink which looks awesome on black paper. So I'm going to go ahead and stick the phone in the tripod and flip the camera so that we can do some demonstrations for tonight. And so hopefully you have some questions or some letter combinations that you'd like to see written. Yeah, they don't bleed through as long as you're not holding the pen on the paper for very long, because this is a pretty juicy pen. So if you're holding the pen for too long, it may tend to bleed, but otherwise it goes pretty well. I do use a sample page in the back of my journaling Bible so that I can test all the pens that I use. Excuse me. Do I have alcohol-based white marker that I like? I don't know if the white comes alcohol-based. I do have acrylic paint pens from Montana that I've recently gotten, and I really liked those. They worked very well on canvases and on the prints that I did recently. Well, they're, sorry, I'm trying to reach them. They're a little out of my reach. I cleaned up my desk, but you know how that goes. It doesn't stay clean. I must have tucked them away. Sorry, but yeah, there's acrylic-based white pens. Yes, Montana, like the state. Those were really good. I found them at Michael's. I got 2 point sizes. I got an extra fine and a medium, and those are very good. I'll probably show, those were not written into this course, but next week as I'm kind of closing everything up and telling you some of my favorite resources for more lettering art, I'll probably share some of those then, but there's not really going to be assignments for that. That's just really me kind of closing up our series and helping you find where to go from here once you've practiced your lettering and want to stretch it a little more. So that's on my list for next week. There are a couple other white pens that are really good, and I actually have in one of my sketchbooks, I keep a sample of all the white pens that I test out. So I'll share that with you guys next week if that will be helpful. But for now, let's get to tonight's demonstration on, on the modern calligraphy. Okay, so my desk is mostly cleaned off still. All right, so I will start with, I'll do the word that I used in, I used modern as the sample word for the post. And so I'll start with that, and then if you guys have specific letters that you want to see or want to see the whole alphabet, we can work that. Good tracing websites where you can print the letters. That was actually something I was thinking of as I close up the course and I look for ways to continue this for those that didn't join the challenge for this month, who may want to follow on their own. So that may be a product in the future. This is the Tombow Fudenosuke, and this is the blue barrel, which is the hard tip. So when I talk about dancing the letters, they're not all on the baseline. Some of them are dropping below, even though they're not descending letters. I've seen the Postman's Knock on Instagram. She's a beautiful calligrapher. And so here where they're not all hitting the X line where they normally would too. So let's see if we have, so the cap line here, X line, X height, and baseline. So when I do modern calligraphy style, I really kind of use these lines just as, can I hold the pen up for screenshot? Yeah, sorry, and I'm lefty, so. And this is the blue barrel, which might not be that clear because we're here, it's kind of dark on my desk, even though I have a bright light. Sure. So these are definitely the pens that I grab the most. Even with how much I use them, their tip stays pretty good. So I'm trying to get that to focus, because that does seem blurry. So what I mean by dancing the letters is not that I'm writing in an arch, I'm just allowing elements of the letters to go outside the lines that they used to. Yes, Amazon has the 3-pack. I know I saw the 3-pack of the soft tip, which is the dark gray or black barrel. The 3-pack for $8 is very reasonable. The twin pack of 1 hard and 1 soft tip was $6 and change too, and I thought that that was prime. So yeah, they're not, thankfully the brush pens usually are not very expensive, these water-based ones. Yes, they are like the zebra. So I do have a zebra pen too. Kuretake. So here's a zebra pen. This is the fine tip. Your letters need dance lessons, and it's all about practice. I will tell you that. It's awkward at first to move past the lines. So here's the zebra tip and the tombow tip are fairly the same. I use the tombow a little bit more, so it looks a little more weathered. Oh, they have to specifically be brush pens. They're not regular ballpoint. You will usually find them somewhere that carries Japanese pen products. So as you can see, the only English on here is the zebra name. So I would actually have to look up my shopping history to tell you exactly which pen this is. Because I don't remember the name, but I know that it's zebra. Oh, okay. Do they have these? Brown Bird Baker, what's your first name, if you don't mind? And I may probably already know it, and I've forgotten. But yeah, so this is a pen by Zebra, but it is a brush pen. I believe it's called the Pocket Brush. If you'll bear with me, I will find that out for you in just a second. Bridget Ann, that's right. Okay. Brown Bird Baker, Bridget Ann. Yeah, I will see. I'm looking up my order history because I can tell you exactly which pen this is. That's kind of the good thing about my jet pen orders, is that I can look back and see exactly which pens I had ordered and reorder when I need to. Okay. Okay, the zebra is not on these orders. Awesome. Oh, I found it, I think. Okay, this is the Zebra disposable brush pen, the super fine. Oh, yeah, no, it's the paper holes. So I tried to put them at the bottom so they stay out of the way. Oh, good. If Hobby Lobby has them, that's awesome. Hopefully the price is just as fair as you can find online, because they are not expensive pens. I was thinking of possibly going to Hobby Lobby this weekend. Yeah, so this pen was $2.50 on Jet Pens. I've not checked Amazon, but the Zebra disposable brush superfine is only $2.50. So, like I said, these are not, thankfully the brush pens are not truly expensive tools. Okay. So, and then I showed this one yesterday. This is the Pentel Sign Pen with the brush pen, with the brush tip, sorry. And that I found locally at Michael's. The E's in calligraphy always supposed to be shaped like the E? I think it really depends. And that's kind of the beauty of the modern, you can't get a light line with it. Do you change, because I know that sometimes I do change my position slightly. The Pitt pen, oh yes, hi Amber. Yeah, the Pitt pen is a little tricky to get the hairlines. It definitely does not get this fine point that some of these are. The Copic brush is nice, however, it is definitely a different